Hey, so we're back. Another episode is the Life as I See It podcast. I got my special guest returning. Miss Tara is in the building. Say something.
Hola.
She said hola. She going a little bilingual on y'all. So, and then of course we got my boy Quiet Kev is in the building.
Yeah, what it do?
And then of course there's me, HL. You know, me cutting up on the mic and all that good stuff that I do. So, with that being said, so Tara has been a guest on this show a couple times now. And so I figured that it's only right that we need to give her some kind of name. Because I got HL, you got Quiet Kev. So I was thinking, because, okay, so if y'all don't know this, because y'all can't see her, I think we've spoken about this in other episodes. Tara's white. So I figured I came up with a nice name. I want to call you Venti White Tea. Because Tara's your name, but see, white girls like Starbucks, so I figured it would be like a cool little
Venti.
Venti White Tea. I like that. Okay. So that's gonna be your new. You're gonna be a city girl now. So now you can have a city girl summer.
All right.
She has no idea what that means, you guys. Nope. She's like, what? Who are the city girls? Wait, I'm not from the city. So the biggest thing that's going on, so let me get into this. So the world is tripping. And guess what the world is tripping about today? Nowadays, the world is tripping about a cartoon character's skin tone. So if you haven't heard about this, if you've been living under a damn rock, because I can't even get away from the shit. I'm trying not to see it, but I can't get away from it. So if you guys haven't heard about this, so the Little Mermaid is also going to be a live action movie now, because Disney's just going through their whole catalog now, and they're just like, let's live action all this shit. So of course Little Mermaid's next on the menu. So who did they cast as Ariel? They cast a little black girl. It's a black girl from Haley and Chloe, the group that was founded. It's these two girls that was founded by Beyonce. They can sing really well, very talented, very pretty girls. I think it's a good fit.
They on a show called Grownish.
Huh?
I said they both on a show called Grownish.
Oh, they act too. Yeah. Well, I guess that's why they're picking them from. But let's be real though, they don't always pick actors and actual people who act to be in movies. Right. So there's that. But they act. So, anyways, she's in the movie. The world went nuts. Okay, nuts, people. I'm talking about. I'm sure y'all have seen it. I've seen memes. I've seen videos posted. I'm sure you've seen some stuff. Tara, what's your take on this whole thing? Like, your honest to God opinion, like, you're sitting back, you're watching this, and no judgments here, so I want to know what you thought as a white woman, because this is what it is. It's mostly white people that's super upset about this. Like, let's just be real. I'm not trying to, like, generalize anybody, but that's what I'm seeing. And so, being that I have a white person here, I want to know what your take on it is, as, like, from your own perspective. Like, how are you looking at this whole situation?
I think when I first heard, I was just like, oh, okay.
I feel like that's like the best. That's like the best response, though. Like, is it really that big of a deal?
You know, I don't think it's as big of a deal as I feel like they're even putting it out in the media. I feel like there's just not that many people who care that much. Like, really?
You think? Because I ain't seen shit but just constant, I did not. You know what's funny is when the Aladdin movie first got announced for the live action, and Will Smith was casted as the genie, I thought that there was gonna be a lot of like people coming out and saying something against that. Because let's be real, okay? Like, I'm a black man in America. No, I don't wear my race on my shoulder. I don't believe that everything that happens to me is because I'm black and all this other stuff. However, I'm not naive to the fact that I'm a black man in America. So I know what's gonna happen in these kind of situations. So when Will Smith got announced, I thought that we were gonna have that kind of response with him. Surprisingly enough, I didn't hardly see much about the skin tone problem of Will Smith. It was just the fact that it was Will Smith and not Robin Williams.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's beef was with that one.
Exactly.
Which I can understand that. I feel like that was, if you're gonna bitch about anything, we can bitch about that part. But I was surprised to see that there wasn't a lot of people that mentioned the fact that he was black or anything like that. Now we fast forward to this, and it's like this huge fucking deal. So I don't know what the difference is. Is it like, do you think it's just because the genie's like a genie and he's supposed to be blue anyway, and people just kind of like skated over that?
Color behind it, like, really?
Like, did they just skate over that because they're like, well, he's not really. I mean, yes, they did show him as a white man, like, really quick in Aladdin, the cartoon. when Robin Williams did it. But it was like really quick. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you could skate over the fact that the genie was white, I guess.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
I think that Will Smith's a man for one, but
dropping knowledge.
Just saying.
I felt that, so keep it up. Keep it up.
But also I think because a lot of the like trailers and stuff, they didn't really. I don't know if they showed Will Smith as Will Smith being the genie. I felt like most of them was him as the blue genie, and most people just didn't like the way it looked.
Yeah,
it did look
so
weird.
So maybe they just, I don't know.
I really don't know. I mean, but you do have a point, and I have seen people arguing that point too. Is that once the whole Ariel thing came out, everybody was saying that, you know, it seems that people seem to have a problem with it. Excuse me, because it's a black woman. It's a woman. You know what I mean? It's like, because there's been black...
It's a minority.
Right. For real. Like, oh, you got 2 strikes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're absolutely right on that. And I honestly do think that does play something into it. It does play something into it. And at the end of the day, it's a fucking cartoon character.
Right.
Like, is this really like where we're at in society 2019? Like, we're arguing over this? Like, what, you say like you want to say something?
No, I think that one of the problems people probably have with the Ariel casting is that Ariel has that iconic red hair. And I think that they're probably just expecting a white girl with the red hair. Like,
but see, this is where the ignorance lies, because
I know,
plenty of black people have red hair.
And she might still have red hair, right? I don't know if they're gonna have her.
Yeah, she's gonna have red hair.
She's gonna have red hair.
But I mean, there's black girls out there that have naturally red hair. Yeah. I mean, so it's not like, yes, I know that it was pitched to us as this lily white girl with red hair, and people are like, oh well, why change it? Why change it? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fucking cartoon.
Right, it's a movie.
It's a movie, but it's also a fictional. Like, it's not based on a true story. It's not an actual.
Mermaids are not real.
Right, thank you. It's not.
Black mermaids are also not real.
Right, so why are we arguing said point? You know what I mean? Like, we're arguing about something that's totally fictitious, which I think is hilarious. Now, another point that somebody brought up that I thought made a lot of sense is people said that if you want to change like the fictional characters, like skin tone or race or whatever, if it doesn't affect the story as a whole, then what's the big issue? Like, for example, Mulan. You're not gonna be able to cast anybody else but an Asian woman for that role.
It's cultural.
It's a cultural thing. So yes, what'd you say?
I said they're working on a live action for that one too. So.
They already got a trailer for it, and I saw it. It was badass.
There's no Mushu though.
I heard about. So is that like a legit? So is that actually not like they're not doing it at all, or they just didn't show them in this trailer that they put out?
It sounds like they're not doing it at all.
Yeah,
why would they? But I'm wondering why they would do that. Because I mean, this Disney.
Maybe it would offend somebody. Who the heck knows?
Probably. You know what? That's probably. But I mean, at this point, I don't think Disney gives a fuck that they're offending anybody. At this point. They just pulling out cards. They just like, look, Ariel's black, bitches. Oh shit, the genie's black too. What y'all gonna do? Y'all know what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna keep throwing your money at us because we're fucking Disney.
The male lead from an Asian person to
the what?
The male lead from an Asian person.
What are you talking about? What movie?
Mulan.
They changed it?
They was talking about it. Yeah.
I don't know. I saw the trailer. I ain't seen nothing but Asians. I ain't seen not one white person that entire fucking flick. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah.
It looks badass.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It doesn't even look like a Disney movie to me. It looked like a badass like kung fu flick. It looked like it should be like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2.
Yeah.
I mean, but I mean on some real shit. But you see what I'm saying though? Like that kind of story, you cannot change. Like you can't make it a white girl. You can't make it a black girl. You can't make it anybody else. Like it has to be an Asian girl because of the culture and how it works with it. Now, going back to the Aladdin thing. So we had this debate. We were starting to debate this online, and I was like, no, I'm not debating this with you. So Tara is a fan of, you went to go see the new Aladdin.
Yep.
And you liked it.
Yeah.
From what I understand. Now, let me tell y'all, Tara has a problem with me. If y'all been listening to the other episodes, like, she has a problem with me bashing these remakes and talking about these remakes and all this other stuff. So I told Tara that she can come and cuss me out on my show, say what she got to say to me about this. I want to hear your side on this one. Like, go ahead, argue your point with me. Like, let's particularly talk about Aladdin. Because here's my thing. I didn't feel like it was needed. I don't feel like these live action movies are needed. Because they're good movies by themselves. Aladdin is a good movie by itself. Lion King is a good movie by itself. Like, we don't need to rehash it, redo it, make a remade version of it. That's my take on it. Now, that's not to say that it's going to be a bad movie, because I know in your mind, you're probably thinking like, I'm thinking it's going to be a terrible movie. Not necessarily. I'm just thinking that it won't be as satisfying as the original. And that's just the Will Smith thing. I mean, I feel like the whole movie was like the Fresh Prince of Aladdin. Like, it was.
Did you see it?
No.
So how do you know? How do you know it was Fresh Prince of Aladdin?
This is how she's getting me, y'all, because I haven't actually seen it. Because I've seen enough of it. Like, I've seen enough of it.
A trailer is not enough of it to actually judge it, though.
Okay, let me ask you this then. So you saw the trailers and then you saw the movie. Mm-hmm. How much of the movie was actually in the trailers? Because we know that a lot of times that happens too, where you pretty much can see the movie in the trailer. Like, you're like, oh, all the parts they showed me in the trailer, that was pretty much the whole damn movie.
I don't think the trailer gave away too much.
Was there a lot of changes to it? Like,
No, I mean, they added in some more songs. Like, Jasmine got her own song, so they tried to do like a women empowerment kind of song with her trying to take over a sultan. So that was different.
Which I'm sure people was mad about that too.
Instead of like the big snake with Jafar, his parrot or bird, whatever.
Yeah, the parrot. Yeah.
They made him really big, like.
And I saw that in the
stuff.
trailer, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "When did the parrot get big in the movie?" But
yeah, he's a sorcerer now, so he can make his bird big, and he's chasing them, trying to get the lamp. I thought it was good. I mean, you know, I don't think you need any movie, really. I mean, how many Fast and Furious do we do?
Oh, God, don't even get me started on those. I'm right there with you. I'm so sick of...
I love them.
You do? You really?
Too. I love them.
Okay, stop you right there now. Now we gotta talk about this. What is appealing about those fucking movies, besides the car? Like, don't get me wrong, the cars are dope, the cars are sexy, but I can go watch a car or anything. Like, what is so special about these movies that y'all like them and people keep paying to go see them? Like, what is it?
Well, I never paid to go to the movies to go see it.
He was like, well, fuck that. But I do enjoy them on TV.
I just think they're really entertaining. Like,
and that's actually shocking. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut you off.
I just think that they're really entertaining. They take you out of like super serious or super romantic, like cheesy. Like they're fun. There's a lot of action, so you're like,
you have a little bit of comedy from
even though the whole time you're thinking like, no way,
right.
no
it
way.
Really is like
but
some
like,
gravity-defying shit.
It's just great. Like the CGI is great. I love all the actors. Like The Rock.
I'm sure you do.
The Rock, Jason Statham.
That cast is like every woman's dream. Like literally. And guys too.
And then we got Black Superman. I love me some Idris Elba. If they cast him as King Triton,
I say Terry Crews.
I think everybody get on board with the Black
What
Little
about
Mermaid.
Terry Crews? I think Terry Crews will fit it better. Have you? Come on, you seen Terry Crews?
I have seen Terry Crews.
Why you say it like that? I have seen Terry. What, she know something we don't know? How much of Terry Crews have you seen? Like the way you making it sound like.
I mean, I've seen him.
Basically, it's just mindless. So you're saying it's like mindless entertainment. Essentially, it's just like,
yeah,
I can just let my mind go and just kind of like doze off into some shit. It's like Cars and Booty, right? Yeah. I just every time I see it, I just feel like cars are always flying out of some shit. Like, why is cars always flying out of some? They always going out of a window. Like they ain't never actually on the road. Like what? It's like what are y'all doing? And then they did.
You just gotta
You really do.
Forget all logic. Forget physics. Forget
That's
science.
why I go into these movies. You gotta think about logic.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest problem.
Sit
I
back
have
and
a hard
relax.
time with that shit. Like when I saw them doing the safe. They were driving the safe through the city with the two. I was like, nigga.
Yeah, that was fast.
I was like,
awesome.
bruh. She's like,
Yeah. You never seen that in movies. Nobody drags the safe like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like,
You ain't seen it because everybody knows that you shouldn't be doing that bullshit. Nobody's gonna stretch their imagination that fucking far, but y'all did, so hey. I guess it is what it is. Okay, so we talked about that shit. Okay, so Arizona this week, I'm sure you know about this. Arizona this week has been in the news like Florida. Like Arizona been tripping this week, like for real. Been making like national news with some of the shit that's been going on. So the big thing that people are talking about is the Starbucks situation. Tara, have you heard about it?
I have.
Okay, so if you guys don't know what's going on, essentially there's a city in Phoenix here called Tempe. It's by the college, ASU, Arizona State University. There's these cops from that department went into a Starbucks to get Starbucks. And I guess some customer felt uncomfortable, quote unquote, or unsafe, and they wanted them to leave. So I guess a Starbucks employee started to like try to make them leave and told them that they had to leave and all this other stuff. Caused a whole uproar, and so now it made national news, and now everybody hates Starbucks and everybody wants to dump Starbucks. What's funny is y'all are very late, because I've been drinking Dutch Bros for like 3 years. Like, I haven't drank Starbucks in a hot minute. So Tara, I want you to go ahead and say your piece, like, on this situation before I get into mine. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the floor with this one.
I really want to know, like, what is the actual story? Like, why was this person feeling uncomfortable? Were they doing? Were the cops doing something? I mean, I don't feel like anybody should get kicked out of anywhere just by their presence making someone uncomfortable.
Right.
If you're not uncomfortable, like, you should just leave.
Thank you. And that's essentially go ahead.
I mean, unless they were like staring at this person and like hovering or you know, just like general harassment. I mean,
from what I'm reading and seeing, they were just in line. They were just in line like everybody else. Like, they were standing in line waiting to get their drinks. Yeah. And because somebody felt uncomfortable with them being there, they, I guess, expressed that to Starbucks, and then Starbucks, trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho, decided that they wanted to go ahead and tell them to get the fuck out. And now they made the entire company look like ass in front of everybody. So, good job, buddy.
Hashtag triggered. I don't know. People are...
Here's my take on the shit. Okay.
Snowflakes.
What'd you say?
People are snowflakes, I guess.
That right there. Now, this is the very rare time that I will say, like, I hate when people say everything is PC just because you show somebody general respect. You know what I mean? It's like, don't just say shitty things to people. I think that's just being respectful. Yeah. But people call it too PC now. I hate that shit. This situation, though, way too fucking PC. First of all, they're a cop. Second of all, this is Arizona. People walk around with guns on their hips all the time that are not cops. Right. So this isn't new to you. So if you're trying to say that the gun is an issue, you're in the wrong fucking state.
Is that what they're saying?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, if that's what that person's issue is, that doesn't make sense to me, being that you live in Arizona. That would be like you having a gun problem in Texas. You're gonna sound stupid because we were like, well, we love guns here. Why the fuck are you here? Yeah. Now, with the other thing being said, as a black man, people expect me to agree with this situation. And I don't. I think it's fucking dumb. The cops weren't doing shit. They were just standing in line. They weren't even like on the job, like necessarily even doing anything. And and just like what you said, this is when you're uncomfortable with something, what do? You remove yourself from that situation. You don't go up to the person that's making you uncomfortable and ask them to leave. That's not the way it works. You're uncomfortable. Why would you go and do that?
I just can't even imagine asking a Starbucks employee to ask them to leave. Like,
thank you. Like, who the fuck are you? But why would you ask a cop to leave anyway? Like, what are they doing? And then I saw people trying to defend that side of saying that, oh yeah, well, cops shouldn't be trusted, and they've done this. And I seen people posting all these statistics about cops that have shot people and killed people. Look, I get it. It's out there. But these cops weren't doing shit. They were simply just trying to get some fucking Starbucks that day. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, for you to sit there and try to pin that shit on them, they didn't run in there with their guns out, like yelling at people or anything like that. They weren't investigating anybody. They were just simply a customer in line trying to get coffee. Now, as I'm gonna say this to black people, and I feel like I need to say this because what we fight against every day is people stereotyping us based off of what they see on something else. You see black people in movies being thugs and gangsters and all this other stuff. You see it in music. You see it all over the place. You see these stereotypes, and yet I get upset about it. I'm sure you do. And I'm sure, Tara, you've even heard it from people of color that you know, that we hate being stereotyped based off of what somebody else did. Don't assume that I'm gonna do something to you because you got your ass kicked in 5th grade by a bunch of black people. Don't do that shit to me because I'm not them. I don't know you. I just met you today. So don't do that shit. But by you turning around and agreeing with this situation, you're essentially doing the same fucking thing that you say you're trying to fight against. You're taking what some other cops fucking did and you're putting it onto these guys that aren't doing shit, not even in the same realm, not even doing anything at all. Right. And that to me is what's wrong about this fucking situation. And if you want to argue with me about it, by all means, let me go ahead and give you my social media. My Instagram, HL Productions. You can catch me on Twitter. It's HL Productions, but you got to put an underscore at the beginning and the end of it because Twitter's dumb. If you want to catch me on Facebook, you just got to type in HL Productions. You can find me on there. Any of those things, you can hit me up and respond to this and tell me what your insight is on this, but that's my take on it, and I feel like there was 0 reasons for that to happen. And I don't agree with them getting kicked out. Regardless of what cops are doing, I'm not sitting here saying that the cops aren't out here doing, but it's those cops. It's not all these cops, so fucking relax.
Which is what we always follow. Like, it's not all the cops that's doing it. But
it ain't all of us, you know what I'm saying? So it's
I completely agree with you. That's what I was gonna say. Is like it's almost like it's not racism, but it's like a form of prejudice.
Mm-hmm. You're doing the exact same thing that you say that you hate. Right. You don't want people to categorize you based off of what some other black people did, but you're turning around and categorizing these cops for something that other cops did.
Do you know if the person who complained was a black person?
I don't know. They didn't release the information. I'm not finding the kind of person.
That person would probably be like,
yeah, but
for their own safety.
Right. You need to just chill out. This is the wrong state to do that in. I'm surprised that happened here. Mm-hmm. I would expect that in like a place like Washington State. This is a little bit more, you know what I mean, liberal and stuff like that. Like they don't like guns and all that stuff. Like I can understand that. Like in that state, I was really surprised to find out that it happened here in Arizona. So that was my thing. And then there's the guy that stabbed a kid in the neck for playing rap music.
What?
That happened. Yeah, that happened here too. Mm-hmm. That happened like the other day. That happened like in Peoria.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah. Yeah. Tara's learning things today. So another thing that caught national news. So now this is national news now because essentially some 17-year-old kid was playing rap music in his car at a gas station or something. White man walks by. He felt threatened by his music because apparently music can jump out the car and kill you. So he felt threatened by the music. So he turns around and he figures that the best way to deal with this is to stab the kid in the neck, and he killed him. Mm-hmm. He killed the 17-year-old kid for playing rap music. And guess what? As soon as it hit the news, guess what the excuse was? Mental illness. Immediately he got mental illness. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, how many times
is being a racist prick a mental illness?
Apparently it is. You notice how the media just always does that? Like, you're gonna sit here and tell me that because, and first of all, if he's that bad off as a person, how come he hasn't killed anybody else? I'm pretty sure this isn't the first person he's heard music blasting out of their car.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's how I know you're full of shit. Because if he was really that mentally disabled and he was really that mentally fucked up, he would have had like other victims already. He wouldn't just be roaming the streets, just never have any issues. Right. So that's the other issue that happened. Do you want to try to explain or justify why he deserved to get stabbed in the neck?
He didn't deserve to get stabbed in the
She's
neck.
like, no, that's stupid as fuck.
You have nobody has any right to take a life from anybody. I do feel differently about like severe criminals, like you kill little kids and like proven.
Right.
Like 100% without a doubt, you did some really shitty things. Okay, you can die. I hope they rape the shit out of you in prison, and then you fucking kill yourself because you hate it in there.
Oh shit! Can you be a judge? Like, can you just like give out those kinds of verdicts?
You know, David and my mom have both told me like you should have been a lawyer.
You could be like Judge Judy, like the new Judge Judy. She getting old, so we need a new one. We need a new Judge Judy for the new generation.
We need a white girl judge.
So the world, so that's pretty much what's going on with that. Like Arizona's been tripping this week, and so everybody's hating Arizona now. Like, I think people are moving. I think the cost of the housing costs are going down. Like, you live in Ahwatukee, like I'm sure house costs are going down. People are losing their shit out there. No, I'm joking.
Heck no, they are going up, if anything.
Right, I know. On a Tuesday.
But the whole thing with the cops was like last week. Not the Starbucks thing, but that other. You know what I'm talking about? Where the police like followed these people and.
Oh, the little girl when they say the little girl stole a doll or something?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, God. That one. Yeah. I saw that.
That was last week, right?
That was a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
That's being dealt with, though, which I'm cool with that. I saw how they're handling that, and I was actually surprised. Even the Phoenix Police Department is actually, like, coming out against that shit, too.
Really?
Which I can...
Oh, are they good?
Yeah, like, they're actually saying, like, no, we don't agree with this. We don't agree with how it went down, like, da-da-da-da. They had, like, all kinds of, like, township meetings and things like that here after that shit happened. But Jay-Z, he paid... or he didn't pay, but he got them like a lawyer, like a high-ass profile lawyer to fight against this shit. So
what sucks is, guess who's paying them their settlement? Raise your hand if you pay taxes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Stop fucking up, y'all. Damn.
That's what sucks about these shitty cops doing stuff. It's like, we have to pay for it. It's not coming out. I'm pretty sure it doesn't come out of there.
Yeah, and I didn't even think of that.
From them.
I didn't even think of that about that. So you actually got a really good point. Damn, that's fucked up.
But
Huh.
You know, like the stuff with Mesa Police Department. I don't know, in recent years. And they had their chief or whoever come out, and he was like really apologetic, saying like there's a lot of stuff happening. And then most of the cops on that force are like against that guy because he kind of spoke out against them. And
what? Because he spoke out for like some truth.
Yeah,
they're like, don't do that.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, it's always
Fuck
that,
them niggas, man.
it's about that code, man. It's not snitching, man.
Yeah.
It's the blue wall of
Snitches
silence.
get stitches.
It's
The
true.
blue wall
They
of
got
silence,
that.
man.
He's right. They got that code. So speaking of Florida, let's lighten the mood up a little bit because we know good old Florida always got something crazy going on.
Good old Florida.
Good old Florida. So a guy in Florida, he got arrested because he attacked his girlfriend with the sauce packets from McDonald's because she bought the wrong food. He beat her ass with the sauce packets.
How do you beat someone with sauce packets?
Let me tell you.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Hold on. He was so mad at this girl. So the woman.
Mental illness? Did he have a mental
See, this kind of shit, I'm like, yo, that dude's got a mental illness. If you freaking out that much over a McDonald's order, my nigga, like,
Oh my god.
you need to go see someone ASAP. So this is what the woman said. So the woman said that they got into a verbal argument. This is what I bullshit you not. I'm reading this. It says the woman said that they got into a verbal argument, and then they said that the guy began striking her with sweet and sour sauce packets in the head and face area.
I'm sorry, can you not run away from sauce packets? Like, how do you beat someone up with
You
sauce
was waiting for
packets?
Maybe he's like the Ryu of like sauce packets. He's like, I do She trying to dodge him and shit, like duck him. She's like, oh shit. He give him a 30-hit combo. Oh, shit. So he's throwing it. So the dude, then he pinned his girlfriend to the ground, and he placed his palm on her face and pressed her head into the ground using his body weight. And then the woman fought back, and then she grabbed a portion of the dude's beard and she ripped some of the beard out of his face. All this over the wrong order at McDonald's, people. I'm not talking about like, I'm not talking about nothing serious. Like, this is just all this over an order at McDonald's. After she ripped the hair out of his beard. That is intense.
Yes.
They said that this is when he let her up. Well, yeah, I mean, have you ever had hair ripped out of your damn head before?
Yeah,
that shit fucking hurts. And she ripped it out of his damn face. Like, ugh. Yeah, I can't imagine. That's a lot of power though. She's kind of strong to be doing that.
He's struggling.
Well,
fight or flight, man.
That's true. That's what it was.
It's a strong response. I mean, you get that adrenaline pumping. Like, that's how people run so fast.
Right.
Snatch your beard, nigga.
She's like, I want to take his face off. Oh wait, so then when they called the cops, so the dude fled the scene, of course. Like we not gonna find you, like you the nigga with the half beard, like half beard and bleeding and shit. Like we not gonna notice you. Like, okay.
That's funny.
They said that he was convicted. So this isn't the first time that this dude has been in trouble with the law. Like, it doesn't surprise me. He was convicted of battery back in April with the same woman, except they were at a motel. And he claimed no contest to that. And he was sentenced to some time served, and he had to pay $750. So, yes, that wrong order at McDonald's will get you fucked up. So, ladies, be careful.
Also, bitch, you better leave.
Right? Like, what is you doing? But it's Florida.
Yeah, those are some druggies right there.
they gotta be.
They straight up need each other.
Right,
like,
and the fact that they said that they live in a motel too, like they just hate, you know, those kind of people where they paying like that weekly at the hotel. That's I just got out of jail situation, like, or I'm on drugs and nobody will give me a place. Right. So yeah. Good old Florida for you. Have you ever gotten your like significant other's like meal like or order wrong and like have y'all gotten like into an argument about it? Like a legit argument where you were like, really?
Where I'm throwing shit at him? No.
Well, not saying like fighting, but I mean like y'all got into like an actual argument because like you messed up the order or you got something that he didn't like or something and he was just like, well, what the fuck? Like, man, y'all some calm people.
I want to say like I've probably been like, you didn't get the sauce? You should have picked up the sauce. So you had to go get the sauce, or I don't know. It wasn't like.
So it wasn't
anything serious. It wasn't like.
So basically, what you're saying is they were really overreacting.
Yeah.
That was a gross overreaction.
You're either drunk or on drugs to react like that.
Yeah.
Or mental illness apparently.
Or mental illness because you know that's
you could die in those people in 14 seconds.
Oh, so some really good news. So, do you like cookie dough? You ever like used to try to eat cookie dough like as a kid? Well, before we figured out that it was wrong, like we weren't supposed to do that.
We still eat it.
Right. Well, good fucking news, everybody. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. You heard it here first. I'm just gonna say that just to make it sound cool. Nestle Tollhouse actually is releasing a cookie dough that you can actually eat.
Okay.
And it's actually coming like in a pint. Like you can buy it in a pint, like in the ice cream aisle. And you can get, it's not ice cream, it's actual cookie dough that you can literally, it's an actual pint, and then you can take the lid off, stick your spoon in, and it comes in 2 flavors. It's gonna come in chocolate chip and peanut butter chocolate chip.
Oh, thank God it's not oatmeal raisin.
Ooh, why would it be? I don't know if, as much as I love oatmeal raisin cookies, but I don't know if I would just eat the dough of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just eat the dough of it. So I can see what you're saying in that aspect, but if you hating on oatmeal raisin cookies, we got a problem. I'm gonna fight you right now.
You can have all the oatmeal raisin cookies. I'll give them all to you.
Yes, give them to me. So yes, this is a real thing, although Nestle Tollhouse has not said an official date of when they will actually release them.
This isn't the first time they actually do have edible cookie dough out there. I can't remember the name of the company, but I've seen it.
Well,
Nestle's finally getting on that.
Well, because you need Nestle. You need somebody big to do it for somebody to care.
I don't know about that.
Right.
ABC cookie dough.
Right. He's like, you couldn't even remember the name. I was like, who? Like, who making this shit?
It ain't Nestle.
It is. So it's just like, so yeah, if you like cookie dough and whenever, so now all the women in the world, when you're going through some shit, now you can get that cookie dough, sit on your couch, cry it out while you watch Stranger Things, all that good shit. Did you watch Stranger Things? I know the whole world is enthralled by Stranger Things right now.
I watched season 1 and that was pretty binge worthy, but we started watching season 2 and just I couldn't get into it, and then so I haven't even watched.
I didn't get back on it.
I think I'm like the only person that's not into Stranger Things too. Like
the first season is good. Yeah. The pacing is really good, but
I don't know. I didn't like the first season. The first season was boring. I could not get into. I was like 4 episodes in. I was like,
but you like watched it, right? Not just the trailer.
Wow! She got jokes. Yes, mother chucker. Yes, I did actually watch it. I watched about 4 episodes, and it was not. You say it moves at a good. I didn't think it moved at a good pace. It was way too slow. And I wanted to get I was like, no, this is boring. I was going to sleep. It's like, show the damn monster, whatever this creature is.
You need some Fast and Furious movies in your life.
That's probably what. Which is funny.
You want some fast paced.
Right. They got some action in that one, man.
Right. So I got a question. So this is something, it's not really like a news story or whatever, but it's a question that I wanted to discuss, and I thought that it was a good topic to bring up. Do you think, should people's social media past be a valid thing to stop somebody from doing? Like, should it be brought up and like try to hurt someone if it's in their past? Like, for instance, like we've all seen this where like somebody will become famous or somebody will be like viral or whatever, and then people will go and pull up like old tweets from like 4 or 5 years ago or some shit, like a long time ago, that they said some off the wall shit that they probably shouldn't have said it, you know, or whatever. And then everybody uses it from back then. They try to use it to affect them now. So my question is, it seems to be part of like the culture of what's going on. We've seen this happen a lot, we've seen it happen to celebrities too, where they pull up old ass shit and they're like, oh, but look at what these said or did back in like whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, why is this a thing? So in your eyes, do you feel that someone's social media past should affect their present or their future, especially if they've shown that they've changed?
I mean, I think it really depends on what they said, because I think some people can say some really harsh things that are just like deep rooted, but I do think people can change. So I think it depends really.
See,
I feel like it's just not black and white. But
you're right. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
But I don't think, it's just not black and white. I think it depends on what they said, when they said it, and what's the context of it all.
Right.
What was going on in the country at that time? You know, social norms have changed so much. You watch old movies, old sitcoms. Even I watch Friends, and I'm like, dang, some of this stuff people would be so offended by now.
For real.
But it's
Watching
funny.
Martin
Oh my God, Martin is one of the shows that we watch. Same thing. It's a black sitcom show, but even then, like some of the stuff that they be saying and doing on there, I'm just like, wow. Like watching it back then, it was nothing. But like that's what's so funny. Like the '90s got away with so much shit.
Yeah.
Even kid shows. Yeah. I'm watching like some of the like, cause Nickelodeon been playing all like classic shit, and I'm just like, wow. We watched this as a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
So I hear you with it's not black and white, but what I hate is that it seems like the world in general doesn't seem to get that concept that people can change. I know that people can say some really harsh things, but even if they said something that's really off the wall crazy, time goes on, that person changes. Should we still make that person still believe in that? Because that's essentially what's happening. If this person has changed, it's like we're trying to force this old opinion, this old thought process back onto them when they're like, I'm not like that anymore.
Yeah,
like,
if they can own it and apologize for it, then I think people just need to accept it. I mean, you can't control what they said before. You can't control how they feel now, but you can control how you feel about it.
True. And I also feel like this. We have all, and I don't care who you are, I think we've all said something on social media at some point in time that probably wouldn't sit well with a lot of people. Right. I don't know if I'm sure you probably weren't intending, and I'm not saying you were intending to be offensive, you weren't intending to say anything crazy, but it just the way it comes off. I'm sure people, I'm not even gonna lie, I know for a fact, if this show ever blows up, if my name ever gets out there like that and people start searching my shit, I'm gonna just let you know right now on this podcast, on recording, you will find some fucked up shit in my past. As far as social media, like tweets and all this. I used to say some crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was younger. I was in a different mindset. I was in the military. The military's got like, that comes with a whole other bag of shit right there. Like you start joking about shit that you probably shouldn't be joking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to make rape jokes. I used to say something, and I'm not saying that as like I'm proud of that. I'm saying it, but being honest about it. Like that's what I used to do. I would never do that today. But I have said some risque, fucked up shit online. So just saying, like, but I'm a changed person. So I know that if that shit tries to come up, I know that I've changed. Right. But society, it seems like they don't ever want you to let your past die. You know what I mean? It's like we should let our past die, but I feel like social media now is not allowing that because now we're documenting everything that we think and say. at the moment in time. We now have a running record of everything that we think and say at this point because of social media. Back in the day, it was like you may have said that in a conversation with your friend in a room behind closed doors. Now we get emotional and we get Twitter fingers and we get online and we start saying shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was in the moment, it was in the heat of, like what you said, we don't know what was going on in the country at the time or whatever, but all these people are spewing all these things, not realizing that this is a record that somebody can go 10 years from now and go look back at what the fuck you said.
Right. Even just posting like memes and...
Yeah. Facebook. How many times have you gone on Facebook and they're like 7 years ago today, you posted this and you're like, wow, I don't even remember saying that.
Right.
But you read it and you're like, and you read it like it's a different person.
Right.
Yeah.
I've read shit that I typed and I was like, I was
a dork.
Right. It was like I was in a totally different headspace when that shit, like when I said that. But I mean, it is a running record. So in my opinion, like what would be the line for you, so to speak? Because I know you said it's not black and white, but you're like, depending on what would be something that you're just like, I can't just let that die. If any, you don't even have to have an answer for that. It's just a question.
I don't know.
Good answer.
I mean, some racism I feel is just so, like, that's what I mean by like deep rooted. Like I feel that certain topics are deep rooted in people, and you're just never going to change that person.
Because it's so deep seated.
Yeah, it's like people in the South, still carrying around their Confederate flags. Like, what the fuck country do you live in? The United States of the Confederacy? Like, no.
Excuse you, it's history. That's what they love to say.
I know.
They love to say that shit.
Heritage or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Right.
She said, no, not today.
That's the reason why they lost.
Oh shit! And everybody mad at Nike again.
You know what I mean? Though people do that, and they say it's because it's Southern culture, but it's not. You live in the United States of America, and we have one flag.
That's true.
That flag represented a time in history when we were divided and at war with each other. So what the fuck are you saying driving around with that flag? You want to do you want to be at war with everyone else? Like what?
That's right. And
that was something I will never, ever, ever understand. I will never understand the Confederate flag.
I don't either.
When I was working at a restaurant and there was a younger kid below me, he got like a retainer and he got, you think you can get like special design and stuff.
God.
He got the Confederate flag on there, and I swear I was the only person there that was like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh my
like,
God.
why did you get that? You're not even from the South.
Right. Exactly. And then that's when you start looking at them funny.
They're like, oh, I just like it. No, you don't.
I just like it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, that's why I don't understand either. And then when I look at them sideways, it's like, I'm tripping.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? It's like we're tripping or we're pulling some card. They love to say that we got some race car. Like, where is it at? What does it look like? Because I've never seen it.
Right?
Can y'all please tell me where the fuck these cards are at? Are they on Amazon? Is it on Prime Day? Like, when is it coming? Because I don't know what this card is. Y'all swear y'all talk like we talking about. Like,
I don't agree with like desecrating statues and stuff.
Yeah, I hear you.
But like, there's no reason to represent a Confederate flag ever.
And they love to use it here in Arizona too. I see them on the
that
trucks.
Drives me nuts.
On the trucks, so the big old, especially when they going by like the 50-foot, like the big ass one, like you can use like at the Super Bowl or some shit. You like, damn, you want to cover your house in Confederacy. Like, you just wanted to just.
Oh my God.
Okay.
But yeah, social media, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'd have to, like I said, I feel like it's just case by case.
Yeah, it really is. It's just an interesting topic that I had thought about, and it was just something that I was like, because I've seen it so much.
Yeah, Kevin Hart with the
Kevin Hart with that, with the gay thing.
Was it the Oscars? Or
the Oscars. He said some gay jokes. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, he's a comedian. Like, he's a comedian, first off.
He probably picks on black people, short people.
He does.
He's both of those.
He has, right. And he said that. And here's the other thing that I liked about Kevin Hart and I appreciate is that he came out and said, yes, I said those things. I have apologized for those. I'm not that same person anymore. So he was trying to squash it. But you know who wanted to keep it going? The internet, the society, like the world, the media. They wanted to keep dragging it on. And he was just like, I'm done. He even said, like, straight up, I'm done apologizing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you can't keep apologizing for shit. Right. At some point, you just got to accept that person said that they're sorry and just be like, okay, they're sorry. And we just got to move on with life. Right. But yeah, so I see it so much where, people like are losing opportunities to do stuff in their future because of something they said, years ago. That's where I feel like it's kind of like drawing a line. You're trying to stop, like, for instance, I guess there was this kid that was trying to get into college, and because he said some racist stuff like a few years ago or something like that, like everybody was like, I guess he was trying to get in, what's that damn school? Harvard. So he's trying to go to Harvard, right? Harvard denied his they denied his application and everything because of his past tweets, like, because they had came out. Now, in that kind of situation, I get it. You're mixing up racism. And I read some of the stuff he said. He said some really off the wall shit. But here's my thing. He has come out and has apologized for those things too. He has openly spoke about that and addressed that issue. Should he not be able to go to a school because of that? I feel like that is, you may not like what he said, but that's a little much. I feel like a school shouldn't be able to do that. It should be based off of academics. That's right. The point of going to a school. Yeah,
your social media shouldn't be your resume necessarily.
Right, necessarily.
And kids are kids. Kids are stupid. They're so stupid.
It's true, though. It's very true.
It's like at this school, Mountain Point, that's by us, these kids had taken a video of this autistic kid. He was using the urinal. The guy videoed him, and then this one girl ended up sending it to everybody or putting it on her Snapchat or something. And those kids are like, oh, we didn't know that was wrong. What?
Right? It's like, the fuck? All y'all need ass whoopings.
Yes.
All of y'all.
They probably didn't get enough of them, that's why.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about, though. Like I said, I don't feel like I said, you may not like what he said, but I don't think that should stop him from going to a prestigious school.
Good learning experience for him. Like, hey.
Yeah.
Don't put that shit on the internet.
That's true, because society will give
never forgets.
Yeah, they show the fuck don't. They will not let you forget ever. This is why I just yeah. You can't do, you just gotta watch what you say. You just gotta watch what you say. And here's another thing I'm gonna tell you. There's some things that don't, you just should not say them on a public forum. Whether you think it's offensive or not, just because it could be taken out of context. My thing is, make your life easier. Instead of trying to fight with a million fucking tag names and @ names online and trying to defend yourself, just save yourself the trouble. Just don't say the shit. Just don't say it in a public arena. Say it to your friends. Say it in conversation. I'm sure you've had conversations behind closed doors that you would never put online.
Correct.
You've probably said some things that you would never put online.
Correct.
Does that mean that you're a bad person, that you're saying crazy shit about people? No, not necessarily. But there's just some things that don't need to be out in the public forum.
Right.
Yeah.
They just don't need to be put out there. Why? So we could stir the pot, so that somebody can have an opinion about what the fuck I'm saying.
Unless you're being a troll about it.
Yeah, being a troll. You know what I'm saying? We've all said some things you just got to keep behind closed doors. So I saw it's getting so bad with social media. No bullshit. I was scrolling through Twitter, and these people actually posted a video of them fucking in a porta potty.
Yeah.
In a
porta. Yes, in a fucking porta.
I can't even breathe in there. How do you have sex in there?
Yes, they were straight. This is how bad social media has got. No privacy, no regard for privacy at all. They're oh, we're gonna fuck in a porta john, and then we're gonna post it on social media.
Nasty.
And I was like, scroll. I was like, how the fuck? They was literally.
There's like flies in there.
Yes.
And like, it stinks.
The comments were, but the comments though were out of control. Sometimes the comment section is hilarious.
Yes.
And people were going in on them fools for that. But that's what I'm saying. And social media has gotten so out of hand, and people
so nasty, man.
people feel like they have to post everything. Like, it's almost like if they didn't post it on social media, it didn't happen. Like, if people will feel like if you don't say happy birthday to them on Facebook, you didn't say happy birthday to them. Even though you could have texted them and said happy birthday. You could have texted them personally and been like, hey, happy birthday.
I know Facebook does that shit. Like, it's like you didn't say happy birthday to
They
them.
make you say the shit. Like, I don't know him like that, man.
I know there's so many. I'm like, nah.
Right? It's like, God, why do you gotta give
That
me
motherfucker didn't say happy birthday to me.
Right.
But it's like people act like the shit don't happen. Like, if it didn't happen on Facebook or social media, it's like you didn't really do that. It's like,
Yeah, it's like people buying followers and
oh my God, the sadness. Just sad.
it is sad.
It's very sad.
People need validation.
They do.
That's why there's so many thoughts on there.
Thoughts. Yes, the thought control. Thought patrol.
Thought patrol. Oh my God.
Hey, some of them thoughts though, I enjoyed the scenery. So, hey, I can't be too mad at them.
I'm
Do
just
your
saying,
thing.
but you know they're doing it for attention.
Oh yeah, of course. Buy my Snapchat premium. Bitch, please.
I can get that for free on Pornhub.com.
Porn heezy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? Okay, so there's certain things in life that I feel like you can't mess up on. You know what I mean? Like, it costs too much money. It's a very sensitive procedure that you should be cautious about it, right? One of those things I would say is getting IVF, which do you know what IVF is, right? So it's the in vitro fertilization. All right. Apparently this couple was trying to get that done, and they paid $10,000 to get this done, and they were trying to have a baby. They were unsuccessful, yada, yada, yada. They paid $100,000. Did I say 100,000 or 10?
You
I said
10.
10. It's $100,000 they paid out. Now,
I thought 10 was a lot.
exactly. They paid $100,000 out to this facility, right, to have a child. So they found out that they finally got pregnant. They were super ecstatic about it. The lady gave birth to 2 boys. They were supposed to have girls, by the way. They told them they were having girls. So not only did they have the wrong gender, they've been lying to them this whole time. They had boys, and then neither one of the kids belonged to them.
They put the wrong
kid inside the lady. Not one, but both. It was supposed to be 2 girl twins.
Like the 2.
Yeah, it was 2 girl. No, the two boys that they had. One was to one couple, and one was to another couple. They literally took 2 other people's babies and put them in this one person.
Wow.
It gets better. They they don't know where her embryos are.
Wow.
They have not found. They said to this day, as of now, they do not know where her embryos are. Like, they don't know where her babies are. Essentially, like, they just lost the baby. Like, whoopsie. Like, sorry for your 100,000. Like, what the fuck?
That, and I think people view that as like their actual like children.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's an embryo, so it's a sperm and an egg.
Right. Oh, she was forced to get, as soon as she had the baby, she was they're all excited for their kid.
They had to give them up?
They forced them to they literally took the babies from them and was like, oh yeah, no, these belong to these other people. Wow. Thanks for being an incubator. And we don't know where your babies are, by the way. Like, what the I'm suing the fuck out of y'all. Like, my name is about to be on this facility by the time I'm done with y'all.
That'll give you some mental health issues right there.
Right. Man. That is. But see, that's like legit shit. So yeah, so they said that now imagine this.
So scary.
Well, they've been telling all of their friends and everything, like they're about to have this baby, they're excited, and everybody knows that they've been trying to have a kid. So how embarrassing.
How did they not know that they were boys before they were born?
Apparently, according to the article, they told them that they were girls. And then I guess when they were doing ultrasounds later on throughout the process, they were actually boys, but the facility wasn't telling them that.
Wow.
So shadiness all the way through.
Yes.
$100,000 you should be on point. You should not be mixing up people's...
They're going to sue him for millions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to get way more back. But, I mean, can you imagine that shit happening to you? You're excited.
No.
I mean, they bought a baby. I mean, they bought all the babies. Not bought a baby. Well, they did, but that's not what I meant to say.
Not their baby.
Right, not those babies. They're my kids. What the... Like 2 black kids pop out. Because it was an Asian couple. And so, like... just imagine the embarrassment, though. Yeah. You're telling all your friends, like, yeah, we're finally about to have a kid, yada, yada. How do you go back to your friends and family and say, oh, yeah, they made a mistake and put 2 other people's babies inside of me, and they don't know where mine are? How do you explain that? Like,
and how you lose embryos?
Well, you just do the Kanye shrug, like, whoops, my bad. But the other babies were healthy, so I guess... That's good.
Or such that at least they should have been able to keep them.
I mean, no, I don't think. No.
I don't know.
No, because those couples were doing the same thing. Well, wait a minute. Now that makes me wonder, what the fuck? So who did they put into the other couple?
Right.
Because
they might not have taken.
They might not. Yeah. Okay. I was about to like have my mind blown for a second. I was going to say, wow, we just putting kids into everybody. They just like, here, you get an egg, just take one. Don't even worry about it. Don't even look at it. Just take it.
I wonder if they lost the embryos and then just grabbed random.
But like, you can't even hide that. Like, the baby's gonna be born.
Oh,
right. It's like you can't even. It ain't a oopsie. Like, oh, I just dropped.
How you lose them though? Like, seriously.
Right, how do you lose them? What, did they run away?
The fuck? They ain't got legs.
They're not born yet.
I don't know.
Whatever. So yeah. So, ladies, if you're out there and y'all getting this stuff done and y'all looking into it, just make sure y'all research the facility. Like, for
quality
real.
Control.
Yeah, because that's some fucked up shit. That's some shit that nobody should have to go through.
Right.
Like.
And don't we have technology now that can, like, don't we have some barcodes or something we
right,
can scan
like,
to make sure
right.
like everything is on the up and up? I don't know. I don't get
know.
it.
Who knows? So again, it's a crazy world out there. It didn't happen in Florida though. So there's that. Good old Florida. I don't think I have any listeners in Florida, so that works out.
What's that girl who licked the ice cream from Florida?
Oh. Was she from Florida?
I don't know.
That sounds like some Floridian shit, though. Like, it really does. Is that how you say it? Like, Floridian? Is that how you...
Floridian.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like some Florida shit. That shit pissed me off because I love ice cream.
Oh.
I don't like Bluebell, though.
That made everybody mad.
But I don't like Bluebell, so I was good on that. I was like, I don't like their ice cream anyway. Whatever. I like Haagen-Dazs. Thank you.
Someone probably licking those, too.
Actually, no. Because they have... Not only do that... No, they don't even have the seal on the outside. They actually have an actual plastic seal that they heat seal to it. So if it's off, you'll know.
Well, with Ben and Jerry's has the
Ben and Jerry's
you can
only
tell
has
if those are been
you can tell those because they're not as like stuck to the carton, I guess. Yeah. And then did you see all the subsequent videos of like people, like other people doing it, like monkey see monkey do? I'm like really?
Ariana Grande?
Huh?
Have you seen the Ariana Grande one?
She did it too.
She was at a donut shop.
Oh,
and she went and licked it like. Licked a donut with her tongue, like just.
That was like some years ago, though.
Was it?
Because I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that story, and people freaked out on her.
I hate Americans.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, that happened like 4 years ago. I remember that though. But yeah,
she's still stupid.
Yeah, it was still stupid. But my thing is why is y'all doing that? Like licking stuff. Like y'all just want to purposely be a dick. Like that's all that really is. It's just you're just purposely being a dick to people.
That's so nice.
Now, do you think that the girl needs to go to jail for that? Because they saying that she could face like 20 years in jail. And I was like, that's a little much.
See, 20 years for that and stabbing somebody in the neck is okay.
Ding, ding, ding. Well, y'all heard it here first. He has a very valid point. They are really upset about this. 20 years for licking ice cream?
I don't think you need to do 20 years. 20 years. 20 years is a long.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot.
That's like
you kill somebody
young too. Like
yeah, but that's not jail. That's not a jail-worthy crime.
Community service.
She needs
to do community service. She needs to pay a fine.
Probation too. I say give her probation.
Yeah. I don't think
jail time is out of the question.
But when you're like, I think the whole thing though is it's a tampering with food thing. Like I saw some guy like hock a loogie into a tea.
I saw that, but those again, that bottle, that Arizona tea, that brand, same thing. You know when that seal's broken. So if your ass drinks that's your own damn fault.
Safe. Yeah, I don't
condone that.
That's crazy.
So, we don't want to
But like people tampering, what I was going to say was people tampering with food or anything. Like people are put poison in things. That's where all that stuff comes from.
So that's different. If you're poisoning people and you're putting like some kind of stuff that like can hurt or like maybe kill someone, that I can understand. Jail time all day long. But she licked it. I mean, unless the bitch
doesn't have like hepatitis.
Right. I'm like, unless the bitch is made out of fucking like bleach or something. I don't know.
But that's the whole point. It's like you don't know what people have, and you're just gonna go put your DNA all over it, and then other people are gonna eat it.
Yeah. No, that's very true. But jail time just seems excessive.
Yeah, jail time is excessive. She needs a fine.
She does need an ass beat, though.
It hurts.
Right. I think somebody should whoop her ass though. Like somebody should just kick her ass real quick.
She can spend a little time in jail.
Like 60 days in.
Yeah.
Just go in there like real quick.
Just to show her.
Just put her in a room.
To appreciate her freedom. Right. Don't be licking people's food.
Right. Oh man, look, we having too much fun. So so I don't want to keep y'all too long. I just want to say I appreciate y'all for listening. One more thing before we head out, though. Like, one more thing, because I got to do this. So, I like to do this segment, have like a positive ending, so to speak. So, my positive ending for today is shoot your shot. Like, shoot your shot in life, whatever it is. Like, just go for it. And what motivated me to say that is because the black guy that plays Falcon on Marvel, in the Marvel MCU.
Yeah. Anthony Mackie, yeah.
Yes, so Anthony Mackie, when he was trying to become part of the MCU, you know how he did it? He literally said that this is no bullshit. He said he emailed the people from Marvel, whatever the MCU people are, and this was his message. Yo, I'm the black dude from the Hurt Locker. I would love to work with you guys. That's what he said. And now we have Falcon. Yeah. So awesome. That just goes to show you guys, look, shoot your shot. You never know what's gonna work. If this man can approach the Marvel fucking universe and say it's something as simple as I'm the black dude from Hurt Locker and I want to do stuff with you guys, and they gave him a job.
There's a couple black dudes on that show.
I'm just well, because was he the token?
I think maybe. He might have been the token, maybe.
Either way, shoot your shot. Okay, if you got a promotion you trying to go for or something like that, and you don't feel like you can do it in an audition or whatever, and you feeling like you can't do it, just fucking do it. Right. Just go and do it, because you never know what's gonna happen. You might go out there, you might fucking kill it. So go get what's yours. If it's for you, if that door is meant for you, it's gonna open. So just walk through it and see what the hell happens. All right. So that's my positive ending. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna get up out of here. It's your boy HL. We got White Tea or Venti White Tea, Tara. AKA Tara is in the building. She's saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
I had to cue her on that for some reason. And then I got Quiet Kev saying peace out. So look, with that being said, I appreciate everybody that has listened. Check us out on the next episode. Love, peace, and hair grease. Hit me up on my social media. Till next time. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Chill. Love it. I like it a lot.